Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deidre-Ann and I publish adult contemporary romance. So if you, under two pen names. So if you like reading about Black women and the men who love them, then you want to check out Deidre-Ann's catalog. Or if you're more into short, steamy, diverse or romance reads, then Sky Winter is who you want to check out. Now, before we even dive into today's video, I want to give a shout out to my pen name Sky Winter because today is release day. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, yeah, I'm stupid, okay? But today is release day for book 3 in the Pride Mountains Montgomery Siblings series of my pen name Sky Winter, Seizing Her Heart. I'll drop in a little excitement or graphic here so you can see. So if you haven't yet checked that out, it's in Amazon and KU, so you will want to go and snatch that up. And while we're on the topics of releases, Bending Her Rules by Deidre-Ann is currently on pre-order, so if you haven't checked that out yet, that one is on all platforms and you can go and pre-order that one too. All the links will be below. Now, today we'll be talking about the Amazon crackdown on AI. Dum dum dum. I have concerns. I have reasons. I have concerns. And it's more of a crackdown than an actual crackdown. But we'll be discussing all of it. Right now, they've rolled out their second phase in the whole crackdown. And so we're going to be going through. I'm going to be letting you know what's been going on in case you've been out of the loop. And we'll discuss like what's the discourse like online and what my thoughts are on it, and we'll go. So if that's something that you're interested in, stay around. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload. I always say on this little portion of the internet, we discuss romance, love, all things publishing, all things romance writing. So if you love love and you love romance, go ahead and subscribe and let me know that you like the content I'm putting out by hitting that like button. All right, I'll see you on the other side and we'll dive right into this discussion. All right, welcome back. Now, as I said, we're discussing the AI crackdown by Amazon. And right now they're in their second phase of this AI crackdown rollout, right? Now, crackdown is a strong term because we all know Amazon ain't shutting out AI. AI is, unfortunately, for a lot of us, here to stay. And I say unfortunately because if you know me in my personal life, you know that the rollout of AI completely restructured my life because I've been doing freelance writing for decades. Right? Decades. But as soon as the AI came out and it became popular, because AI has been around for a while now, right? If you've been in that freelance space for content writing, you know when something new is going on. And I want to say that these AI like Jasper and there's been a bunch of them that people have been playing around with for years, right? But ChatGPT and all the iterations of ChatGPT completely changed the game, right? So a lot of us, myself included, lost our clientele when at the beginning of the year, December time, beginning of the year, when ChatGPT became this big thing that it is now, right? So it's fair to say I have a love-hate relationship with AI because my entire life has essentially just been changed, right? I had to basically figure things out, and yeah, but we're not here to talk about me. We're talking about Amazon, okay? Let's not get sidetracked. Now, the first phase of the Amazon AI crackdown was essentially about 2 weeks ago now. We'll go through on the screen and I'll show you what these phases are in detail based on the written rhetoric that we've been given, right? Now, the first phase involved them basically saying, hey, let us know if you're using AI, right? Let us know if you're using AI generated tools, AI assisted tools, and what this is, right? And they explained what it is. And now the second phase is that they've implemented upload limits for the titles that we can add to Amazon daily. So before I go into my opinions and before I go into what I think, or what the communities online are thinking, let's go into a screen share where I show you what exactly these phases are, what Amazon has said, and we'll come back on the tail end of it to talk. Okay, so we're first going to jump over to the Amazon guidelines for content. So they're content guidelines, right? You can find this on the KDP help page on their dashboard, but I'll also drop the link below. So we're just going to scroll down to where it says AI content, or you can just click artificial intelligence here. So let's zoom in for those that are a little bit vision challenged like I am. And we'll just go through this together, okay? This is the first phase. This was phase 1. This came on the scene about I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago now, right? And this had everyone freaking out. But okay, let's just go through it and then I'll let you know my thoughts after we finish discussing phase 2. So the first one, it basically says artificial intelligence, content, text, images, and translations, right? Now, you can read this through in your own time, right? But just to skim over what this is, essentially, Amazon now requires all publishers to notify them if they're using AI-generated content, right? So basically, it says, we require you to inform us of AI-generated content, text, images, and translations when you publish a book or make new edits, right? Now, this includes AI-generated images, right, for your cover and interior images and artwork. Now, when this first came out, this was a whole area of contention where some people were saying, oh no, your cover isn't included, your interior only what's in the book. But no, they clarified. So it includes both your cover and your internal images, right? So keep that in mind when you're getting graphics from graphic designers, or if you're making your own graphics, that you will have to verify if AI imagery was used. And if so, then you'll have to make them aware, right? Now, the important bit of this whole scenario is that you're not required to disclose AI-assisted content, right? Now, everyone's been going crazy because you now know that like your spell check, your Grammarly, your Pro Writing Aid, all these things have integrated AIs in their systems, right? But so this is the important piece. What Amazon considers AI generated versus AI assisted. So Amazon considers anything AI generated as content, text, or images or translations that were created using an AI-based tool, right? So if you use an AI-based tool to create the actual content, whether text, image, or translations, it's considered AI-generated, even if you apply substantial edits afterwards, right? Again, that sentence there is very important. So they consider AI generated to be anything that you used AI to create the actual content initially, right? So if you got up, you went to ChatGPT or any of the other AI tools out there and you inputted your prompt for it to write the actual prose of your novel, it to write the actual dialogue, chapters, any of the content in your actual novel or book. So you didn't write that from your brain and then brought it back there to edit, right? Once you were the one once AI was the one that created that initial content, is considered AI generated. All right, regardless of if you go back through and do substantial edits. So that would be AI generated. Now, on the other hand, if you created the content yourself, right, then use AI tools to basically edit the content. Or if you use AI tools to help you brainstorm or generate ideas, right? So if you ask ChatGPT to, hey, give me some ideas of books I could write about X topic or X trope or whatever, right? That would be AI assisted, right? Using your priority aids, using or Grammarly's, those are also AI assisted because the content in our books are essentially created by us, right? So that is the difference between AI generated and AI assisted. Now, Amazon does not require you to disclose if you are using AI assisted tools. However, if you use AI generated tools, they want to know, right? And they say that you're responsible for verifying all AI generated and or AI assisted content, right? So you have to ensure that whatever content you're putting up on their platform adheres to all their content guidelines, all that was there before, right? Because you are slapping your name on this, and even if you're using a pen name, you're slapping your account. These are going on your account. So whatever violations are found in this content will affect your account. So you want to be sure you're checking and triple checking and double checking and quadruple checking everything, right? Whether it's AI generated or AI assisted, right? Now, that was phase one of this crackdown, right? Or crackdown is a harsh word because we're still yet to figure out what Amazon is going to do with this content, as they have essentially not advised us why they're collecting this, right? We aren't privy to that information. There are lots of speculations going around. Some people say it's to build their own AI. Some people say it's because they're trying to crack down or lessen AI content. No one knows but Amazon, right? But they have put that in place, so you want to bear that in mind. Now we're moving on to phase two of this AI crackdown on Amazon, right? So now in this week, or was it last week? I don't remember, but a bunch, maybe last week, because about 8 days ago or so is when Publishers Weekly came out with their article on letting us know that Amazon has basically announced upload limits. Now, I wasn't able to find an actual help article on the Amazon website with this information, but I'll go into Publishers Weekly. I'll share Publishers Weekly with you. Let me just go ahead and switch over to the Publishers Weekly article that spoke about this. Right? There are multiple articles speaking about this, but we're going to focus on the first one was Publisher Weekly, and then I'll switch over to the Messenger, because the Messenger one was more recent, right? So let's go over to Publisher Weekly first. Right? Again, we'll zoom in for the people like me who have vision challenges. So let's zoom in a little bit. All right, so now it says Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing will limit daily number of new titles, right? This came out on September 18th. So maybe last weekish is when this first came out. I'll also link this article below and the Messenger article as well. So essentially when this came out last week, it's a fairly short article, right? It was just letting you know the conversations they've had with KDP and what KDP has basically announced, right? That they're lowering the upload limits, right, for title creations. And we were like, oh, well, yes, this is great for cutting out AI farms, and this won't affect legitimate authors or authors that are actually taking the time to go through their books and edit their books. And, that was the discourse surrounding that, right? So we were all, okay, yes, lowering the number of new titles that a user can upload to the platform will be beneficial, right? Now, I have thoughts on this too, based on what I've been seeing following this announcement, but let's go through what the announcement was. So it says Amazon continues to modify how authors and other creators can use its Kindle Direct Publishing self-publishing platform as the use of generative AI spreads throughout publishing. In an update posted on the KDP forum on Monday, so it was on the forum. There we go. We'll go and check that out as well. The company announced that it's lowering the volume limits we have in place on new title creations, right? This is the important part here. New title creations, right? Because I've been hearing some alternate things online, but we'll go into that after, right? So it said KDP said that while it has not yet seen a spike in our publishing numbers, I'm sure, I'm sure, Don, okay, I'm sure, but we've not yet seen a spike in our publishing numbers. Side eyes all the AI form books that's been popping up on the bestseller list recently, but it is lowering the number of new titles that users can update to the platform daily to 3, right? Only 3 books. Now, in order to help, this is basically to help prevent abuse, right? So let's be clear here, right? Amazon isn't coming out and saying, oh, no, 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 we don't want any AI books. So if that's where you decide to take your business, then it's not like they're shutting you out. What they are trying to shut out are the people, the AI farmers, the ones who are just going into these AI tools and just pushing out random things, not even reading them through, not even editing them and just publishing, right? Now, there has been cases that's been going on in the back end with the dangerous effects of these AI books and these AI books that have not been fact checked, right? And causing illnesses and problems and legal issues. So that's a whole other kettle of fish that I'm not a lawyer. I ain't going to go into we're not going into all of that. But there has been issues on the back end that Amazon is saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's ensure that we put something in place to ensure quality books remain on our platform, because the reader experience has always been Amazon's top goal, right? Not the author experience, the reader experience, right? And I think that's very important to understand here. So they've implemented this and it's now in effect, this 3-book upload limit, right? You can only upload, you can only create up to 3 new titles daily, right? Now, for people doing the low content books, this really puts a damper on them, because if you're publishing low content books like the coloring books and the journals and the ruled books and stuff like that, now I can understand why 3, because those people, I've seen them on YouTube talking about their processes, and they go through multiple uploads a day, so I can see it causing a damper on them, right? But as with everything in life, sometimes the good has to suffer for the bad. So yeah, that's just what happened there. It's just sometimes you have to roll with the punches, as they would say, right? Now, there was also a version of this announcement published on the Messenger. So just to show that it is news, it is actually going on and it is effective right now, right? They all came out around the 18th, 19th, even though we can't find an actual update anywhere on the help pages yet, which tells me they're still fine-tuning their processes, right? So it is going around, the news is basically circulating, and I've started to see things on Facebook with people complaining about being locked out, right? Now, first, before we go into that section, let's see what the Amazon forum says. All right, so it's on the KDP official forum. We'll zoom in for us girlies that are a little bit vision deprived. So it's in the community tab on the KDP community dashboard, right? So essentially, it says, as we've previously shared, wherever you previously shared, we're opening all the links, girlies, all the links, because maybe we can find that help article somewhere. So basically, they're telling you, essentially, they're trying to monitor the evolution of AI. And so this is their second phase, guys. They're trying to limit the amount of books that can be added. All right, so yeah, so it is just the other link we opened is just talking about the questions that we explored before. So there still isn't an actual help article uploaded as yet. It's just on their forum. It's just like a forum update. a news flash, basically. All right, so now we'll go into what I've been seeing online, right? As there are a bunch of a lot of discourse going on regarding this, because people are starting to see cracks in this, which I think is why we're not seeing anything on the help page yet, because they're probably still working out the kinks. So let's discuss a little bit more about that. Okay, so I'm using two different cameras because I'm not liking the quality that StreamYard has been giving me lately. So I prefer to just do the screen share portion on StreamYard, do the live streams on StreamYard if I'm jumping onto anyone else's channel, and switch back over to my phone here because I think the quality is better, right? Okay, so you've just seen the explanations of phase 1 and 2. Now let's have a little discussion as to how this affects you, because a lot of people are saying, you know, a lot of you may not be paying attention to it because a lot of us block out any discussion that AI is included in, and we say, okay, we're not using the tools, so it doesn't affect us. Or maybe I don't want to hear about AI, so I'm not listening to it. But guys, you have to listen to everything, right? Because whether you know it or not, regardless of if you're using AI tools or not, everything going on with Amazon affects you if you're publishing on Amazon, right? So my thought process on this whole thing is, on phase 1, when phase 1 came out, I was like, okay, that was my initial thought. I was like, that's the first thing I thought, because I remember distinctly, I'm in a lot of author groups, right? And I'm in a lot of author spaces. And I remember when they first started cracking down on basically people that were, they say, misleading readers, you know, with the categories and everything. And most of these selections are not done by human beings. And so there have been a lot of false positives of people that had their accounts banned, or just got up one day and realized they got an email from Amazon, hey, you're doing this, this, or this. And they've just been locked out of the platform, no questions asked. And when you reach out to them, you just get standard emails back, right? So my first thought was like, well, that's maybe not, that was my first thought. But then I started thinking about it, like, okay, I could see the good and the bad. I understand where Amazon is coming from and what they're trying to do, right? Because as I said in the screen share portion, there've been a ton of nonsense going on, right? Where there's like nonsensical books have been published. Like people just, you know, you have a lot of people in the world that's on this get rich quick train, right? So they don't edit, they don't read, they don't do anything to these books that they do, right? So, and publishing isn't a get rich quick scheme. We all know, if you've been in this for the long haul, you know, and if you're just getting in, I'll tell you, publishing is not a get rich quick scheme. It takes hard work, right? You have to ensure that you're putting out quality, right? It takes a lot of hard work, right, to get good books out there, right? And especially in the self-publishing space, we've come so far along in this self-publishing space to be at a stage where we're starting to be respected on a similar level to trad pub authors, because it's been a whole struggle, right? So it's a little bit disheartening to see that as soon as the AI the generative stuff came into play, that people just forgot everything that and I don't even think it's the normal people that forgot everything that we've been going through to get to this stage of people thinking that self-pub books are also quality. But I think it's basically new people, again, with the get rich quick scheme, that decide, okay, they're going to do this and they're just going to mass produce it. They're going to farm these books. And when you're farming so many books, you can't really, you don't have the time to invest in quality. Oh, I know. Right now, Sky Winter is on a weekly publishing schedule. And it's hard to publish one book a week, right? And it's not even a full book. They're shorts. They're romance shorts. They're like novella length. And it's difficult, right? I have had, last week, I stayed up for 40 hours straight just to ensure that I could meet my deadlines, because my editor has to get the book at a certain time. I have to finish writing the book at a certain time. And then there's covers, there's marketing there's stuff, there's so many things to do for each release that it is mind-boggling to think that people are pushing out 10 novellas in a day or 20 novellas in a day, each and every day, not even a week, but each and every day. And then you start to think, did you stop to read through that book? Did anybody outside of a computer look at that book? Like, did you get beta readers at all? Did you have an editor? Right? It's like you start to question these things. And then unfortunately, a lot of readers will just associate these with self-publishing, but there's been a lot of nonsense recently being published both in self-pub and trad-pub, which you wonder, are these people not reading these things? But you know, that's a conversation for another day. So I can understand their attempt at what they're trying to do. My only qualm is that, as with all things Zon, innocent people, innocent authors, legitimate authors that take the time and put their blood, sweat, and tears into their books and put their heart into what they're writing will get caught up in this crackdown, so to speak. Because oftentimes, human beings are being hired to sift through these books. If we were creating jobs for more human beings and hiring a whole department to say, hey, review these books, ensure that they're quality, whatever, then I've been all for it. I'll be like, yay. But then right now, the irony that is going through my mind is that there's going to be an AI program skimming through to find AI content. And we've all seen that the AI detectors are bonkers, right? These AI detectors say that Jane Austen novels are like 75, 80, 90% AI. We're like, really? Jane Austen must have been above her time, right? So it's like, it's a sticky slope there. It's a real sticky slope, right? And then come to phase 2. Now, this phase 2 crackdown is initially, again, on the outset, it looks like it's a brilliant plan until you start seeing Facebook posts with people saying, oh, upload limit reached, upload it, what's going on? Come to find out, we don't know if it's a glitch or what's going on, but there's been a ton of people that's been saying in the groups that all things are being counted in this upload limit. Right now, I'm not in the US and I no longer have a US associated company, so I can't do Vela anymore. But the people doing Vela, each chapter upload or each episode upload that they've done has been counted as one upload, right? Remember, you now get 3 per day. 3. So if you're a Vela author and you're also publishing books, right? Some Vela authors publish multiple chapters daily. That's just how they keep the hunger of their readers satisfied, right? So this specific individual that I saw on Facebook was essentially saying that she normally publishes 3 episodes on her Vela story, right? It was release day. So she went ahead, or it was release day was approaching. So she went ahead, she uploaded her normal 3 episodes on Vela, went to upload her manuscript and found out, she's getting this error, right? I'll just paste the error here that you get after you've hit that limit, right? Now this error is going to be a frequent flyer among the people doing both Vela and publishing. So you're going to have to basically schedule your releases far apart. Maybe you have to let your Vela readers know on the days that you're uploading that you have a release, or you have to upload your manuscript to meet your release times. Maybe you won't be posting as much Vela content because all of that counts, right? So you only get 3. Now, someone else mentioned that updating their book also counted as 1. Now, if you're like me, every single time that I upload a book, I go back in and I edit my back matter to add to that also bought list, right? Or maybe I change things. Yesterday, I updated both my covers that I had under my pen name for books 1 and 2. So can you imagine if I was also updating the cover or updating something in the manuscript in my back matter or whatever for book 3 as well? So it's like, it comes with its qualms, right? So you have to basically, scheduling is going to be all our best friends right now, and double checking and triple checking everything, because you only get 3. That includes your back matter, right? Updating your stuff right now, uploading new content, changing your cover, doing a Vela upload, or anything else that matters, right? I don't know if formats, no one has commented yet if the different formats count. So as I said, there isn't an official KDP dashboard help article on this yet. And I think it's because Amazon is still figuring their stuff out, right? They're still, normally when we get that help article, it's because they've gone through, they've added their stuff, and they've officially like said, okay, this works, and we learn about it, right? There haven't been a help article yet. So apparently they're still working on the little tweaks, but until then you need to be aware. So keep all of this in mind, because for those of us that publish shorts, or those of us that are launching new things, like for example, there's a quick shout out here because they also have a release today. Yay! That's our very own TL Russ Lifestyle and Deidre-Ann Ortega from Coffee Reading Writing here on Authortube. They have a co-authored pen name, and their second book in the Woman All-Star series, their latest series, released today, and it's called Keeper of His Heart. So if you haven't yet checked out that one, or if you haven't yet checked out Deidre-Ann, what are you doing? Get your life. I keep telling you, go get your life. They're on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited, so you should check that out, right? But back to my point. Deidre-Ann, when they started, were publishing 2 books each week. Each time they released, sorry, not each week, each time they released, they were publishing 2 books. I don't remember if it was every other week, or I don't remember how it went, right? It seems so long ago now, but it was just a couple months ago. But they published so many books since that it seems so long ago. But yeah, so if they were doing that, then after those 2 books, they could only update 1 book in the current scenario. So there are situations where people, and some people like to put out their whole series at once. I mean, people have different business tactics. Like there was this guy on YouTube that wanted to publish his trilogy, right? He wrote 2 trilogies. It was a promotion. It was a special situation, but he wanted to publish that and could not. And when these people have been reaching out to Amazon, they're saying, okay, we can request to process an exception for you, but it's going to take 4 days. Now imagine if you have a release in that 4 days. Now what happens then? So yeah, scheduling is going to be really important, guys. So if you have pre-orders up, or you have specific deadlines that you need to put these manuscripts up, I would say to double check, triple check before, ensure that there's no updates or no Vela uploads or anything going on within that time that could affect your upload or affect your release, right? So be aware, stay in tune with what's going on. There are changes happening every day, so you want to be aware. Don't block out everything because you think it may not affect you. Be educated, be aware of everything that's going on, right? Whether or not it will affect your business, at least you're in the know. So should it affect your business in the future, you know exactly what's going on. All right, so this video has been going on for a while, so I'm going to cut it here. But that's all I have for you today. Now, let me know, were you already aware of this? Has this been affecting you at all? Are there anything that you are scared will affect you in the future, right? With all these changes going on. Let me know in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. Now, if any of you find a help article link, if it eventually goes up somewhere about these upload limits, paste it in the comments below, because I'll be adding the forums and the publisher weeklies and all the articles I can find down in the description box. But if you find anything else I may have missed, feel free to drop it below, because we all have to help each other, right? That's what community is about. So I will leave it there. Again, my name is Deidre-Ann Anderson. I publish under 2 pen names, Deidre-Ann Anderson for the Black women and the men who love them, and Sky Winter for short, fun, steamy romances. So be sure to check out my full catalog under both names. And until we talk again, stay hydrated, be blessed, move around, and approach everything with love. Oh, and save your work. All right? Bye, guys.